This is What If Deku Was Tokyo Muichirō from Demon Slayer. So let's get straight into it. I'm gonna start off when I was talking about the Demon Slayer corpse, questioning them or something of how they knew their ancestors, because I was like, oh, they're in the Demon Slayer corpses, like the Pillar Sisters. But then I said, oh, the Demon Slayer corpse was questioning them. So I'm gonna just say that they joined the Demon Slayer corpse like a day ago, and they still weren't exactly sure of them, I guess. I don't know. Just scrap it up. Make it sense however you want to. But let's start off. When Nezuko, Tanjiro, Muichirō goes to their place, their home. I don't have a picture of a house, but just think of a house however you want to. Or a mansion or whatever you want. And they get them sleep and they get ready to go to They get wait for a few days. They get their UA letters. Let's just say Ozawa does the thing for their letters, because All Might kept on asking them to come back and stuff, and Nezu was just like, screw it, Ozawa, you do it. I don't trust him. So they did that. They all got into UA, obviously. All in the same class. And let's just start to the first day of school. They go to UA and they're walking inside. Muichiro's like, wow, Tanjiro's like, wow, there's some big doors out. And there must be some giants in here. And Nezuko's like, And Muichiro's just like, okay. And they just she just opens the doors, and Izuku or Muichirō walks in. And then Muichirō sees Bakugo and Ida fighting over something. And Bakugo's like, Izuku, how did you get in here? Izumi, how are you? He says with a fake sweet tune. And then Nezuko starts going, and Muichiro's like, why are you growling? And Izuku's like, who are you? And Bakugo is shocked, but just ignored that and said, you'll regret that, nerd. He said, what? And just sits down. So she just sits down, completely ignoring them. Ozawa gets out of... And then Izuku screams at Ozawa. He's like, hey, you, laying down lazy. Get up. And he was shocked that somebody noticed him, but was like, they'll probably notice him. So he just go put on these outfits and meet outside. Muichirō doesn't listen, obviously. So she just puts on this. She just keeps on wearing whatever she was wearing, so basically this. And her earrings, and Izumi wearing the same thing. And yeah, she still had the the sword strapped to her side, right there. And so they just walk out as he's like, why aren't you wearing our uniforms? And then Izuku's like, oh, we have uniforms. He's like, I don't want to. And then he's just like, whatever at this point, problem children. And goes out. And oh, whatever, problem children, I don't care at this point. And just forgets, I guess. He'll because he knows that Izuku would just forget to put it on halfway through and come out with no uniform. Because she's not, he just thinks she will, and she probably will, so. And let's just skip to the ball test. He's like, Izuku, Muichirō, or whatever, Tokyo, you got the best score on the exam, tied with your sister. Let's see. You throw the ball first. As Bakugo was like, huh? As they were all shocked, and All Might knew All Might was watching, but as a tick mark of being popped out of Azumi's head, but she was calm, because she would just expose him at the end. And decided it would be a good time to show off because of that. So Azumi goes first because Izuku was just cloud gazing and not forgetting, with Nezuko sitting with Nezuko cloud gazing. As she then throws the ball with her physical strength, and she can get however you want, 70 meters or whatever. She throws it pretty far, not as far, no, she gets infinity because she has telekinesis or whatever. And All Might's like, not All Might. All Might's like, she's been training. We really need her back. We're gonna want, she can carry on our legacy. And so that's what All Might thinks, that she will just use her to carry on his legacy. Then muichirō goes, and muichirō like gets, I don't know, as much as Bakugo with just physical strength and her moving air pressure and stuff. And they're like, and Bakugo was shocked and was like, huh? How did that? And then they all get the same as the other ones. Let's just say Uraraka gets the same as, so basically Izumi wins the first round because, I don't know, Uraraka and Izumi wins the first thing because they both got infinity. The rest of the test, let's just skip all the tests because I'm lazy today. And there's the scoreboard. And Izumi, it's first Izuku, first place, Izumi, second place, Nezuko, third place because they were mostly like strength tests. So basically, Tanjiro fourth place, and then like Todoroki fifth place, Bakugo sixth place, seventh place, and like goes on. I'm not gonna name everybody, but then the last two people are Hagakure or whatever, the invisible girl. I know she's like she's nice. I know she's nice, but like we need room for Nezuko and Tanjiro. So Nezuko and Mineta gets kicked out. Sorry, but we're gonna have to do that if you're a fan. Sorry about that, but it's how it is, okay? And so they just go home. And then Izuku gets, and then Izumi's like, my, All Might, can you please stop spying on us? It's not very professional. As he comes out and he's like, oh, that's the fuckface. That's what Izuku says. As All Might gets a tick mark and said, you can't say that to your parent. And he's like, huh? I don't even know you, dude. He's like, I am. Oh, All Might? What? They're all like so happy and surprised. And let's just say All Might's like just goes because he sees Nezu just walking out and he's like, oh, and so he runs and goes like to inside the school. He goes to the teacher alone and he sits down and closes his eyes to like think about life. And he gets pulled into the vestige world. And he's like, and then he sees like Nana. He's like, Sensei? And he's like, you are not worthy. I'm surprised of what you've done. I'm disappointed in you. As he's like, wait, Sensei? He's like, you are not worthy. And then he gets thrown out again. The first user says that. As he's like, probably nothing. Sensei's proud of me. He would be proud of me no matter what. Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And then let's just say Tanjiro, they get home. He changes outfits. So Nezuko ends up putting this on like her normal outfit. Cause let's just say she was wearing the UA suit because she changed. And Tanjiro, let's just say Tanjiro put on whatever Tanjiro wears. Hashtag face reveal. Like that was like when I was 7 years old, dude. So it's not really a face reveal. I don't usually use my phone. Because I'm like my iPad is bigger and has a bigger screen. And all I really do is watch YouTube. But, so I'm just gonna, yeah. So they had a face reveal and everything. I guess, kind of, ish. So they sit down, they are talking. Izuku falls asleep, like, when he gets home, takes a shower and falls asleep in his room. Fairly early, with Nezuko laying on him. As Tanjiro was, he's like, so cute. And he took a picture and then walked out. And Izumi's like, ooh, so cute too. And they went off to train together, like, spar. And she went to the Demon Slayer Corps to ask for another mission. And he meets the Vestige World. And then he sees, like, the first user. And he's like, huh, who is you? And then she's like, you are worthy. And she's like, I'm sorry about what they've done to you. And then she's like, what do you mean? Like, my parents or something? As he's like, oh yeah, I forgot. As they scratch the back of their heads and said, oh, you'll find out in the future. and then they touch her forehead, and she's like, "Hey, don't touch me!" And then she's out of the vestige room, and she's like, and then she wakes up and she's like, whatever, and falls back to sleep. When they went, they're kind of shocked of how like he was, but she just goes out. She gets a mission too, I guess. When after like a few hours of her napping, she gets a mission, and goes to Demon Slayer Corps and asks for another mission and something. And yeah, so the first day, that was basically the first day of UA. They go to sleep, they wake up, they go back to school. All Might tries blocking them at the exit, but like, you know, muichirō uses like one of the, I think it's the third mist style. No, that's not the third. I forget what mist style it is, but it just puts like mist everywhere. It's kind of like the Seven Swordsman in Naruto, like mist style-ish. Never mind, screw it. And they do that, so they go. So she makes everything blurry, and then they both run as fast as they can, so Mist looks like they're teleporting away. As long as like, we have battles, I'll see them later. So let's just skip until almost like I'm coming through the door like a, and then Azumi's like a clown, and everybody's like, what? As a few people laugh, and they're like, and some people are surprised how he did so, like he was being rude to All Might, but like, Screw. And All Might's like glared and said he's making me rude. And then he sees Telgnik or whatever just come in and just like, well, we have hero trainers, and what heroes can be heroes without? And then All Might was about to say like, suits, and he's like, without, and then Izuku's like, what color's the cloud again? Interrupting the whole thing. As they get a tick mark and said, stop interrupting, and said, suits. And then they're like, and everybody cheered, except them, because they did not care. And Nezuko gets on their suits. So Nezuko wears basically the same outfit as usual. That basically is a better picture. That's what Nezuko wears. Tanjiro can wear his Konomo. That's what Tanjiro wears. With her earrings still, and that's what Nezuko wears. Not Nezuko, that's what Azumi wears. And yeah, so they basically do hero training, and it's Bakugo and Todoroki versus Azumi and muichirō. No, Bakugo and Todoroki versus muichirō and Nezuko. So we're gonna just go straight into it. Let's just say muichirō. Let's say Bakugo, Todoroki versus muichirō and Nezuko. That's what it is. muichirō is the heroes, they're the villains. So they get a plan. They hid the bomb with like ice shields. As Bakugo runs and tries to go get muichirō, and muichirō is like, And Nezuko gets mad to see him running at him. So you know how her veins pop out, and then she like did that big kick, like to one of the demons. How she kicked the demons in the tree during the fight when they interrupted Tani Yushido, and I'm so bad at anime names. I hate those type of people, but I'm worse. So he interrupts them, and that's when he like kicks them, and Bakugo's completely unconscious, and Michiro's like, oh well, thanks, and then just sees Todoroki freeze the whole hall, and then she just gets missed and like does one of those swirls where like fish pop up ish. I think it's the 7th floor. Is it? It's like the 1st or 7th. Damn, I don't know the forms correctly. And she cuts them, and the ice completely like is gone into little sheds. As Todoroki's like, and gets mad about this. But then muichirō goes and says, "Hey, shut up!" And then hits him with the back of the wooden sword. Yes. And that's basically it for the hero fight. And they basically muichirō and Nezuko win. Then it's Azumi and Azumi and Momo versus Tape Boy, Shinso, Tape Boy, not Shinso, that's a minor control dude. Tape Boy, so basically Zero, I can't say names, okay? And so Tape Boy and Kumari. So basically during this fight, no, it's actually Izumi and Tanjiro versus Tape Boy and Kamiyara. Tanjiro, it just says that let's just say, Kalamari, like, tries to, like, electrocute the whole thing, and then Tape Boy tried to hold them down and electrocute them, but Tanjiro would just cut the tape, and Izumi would use Breath of the Flower and made, like, a force field, because let's just say she could do that, okay? Out of, like, flowers and stuff, and basically, and then he, like, got brain dead, basically, and he just tied them up, and then Tanjiro used, like, Breath of Water and, like, trapped him in a water prison, because he can do that now, okay? Let's just say he made his own form, and that's how he can do that. And basically they win. So that's basically it. This is a short video, basically just hero training and, like, them getting to away. It's basically not covering lots, but I am lazy, and yeah, basically that's the only reason. I talk fairly fast, so if you want to just slow down the things, whatever you need to slow down, the buttons you can press or whatever. If I say something that doesn't make sense, just make it up in your mind, okay? I like all the people that are doing what ifs, like the same one as I'm doing. I like watching them, so it's nice. Thanks for like making some new versions of mine. So yeah, that's really it. Nothing else to really say. What if Karma is out, I guess. Peace.